Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's yoga practice is a special one. It's designed specifically for the people who attend my Cardiopulmonary Rehab yoga class, but it's also perfectly appropriate for anyone who is interested in gentle chair-based yoga practice. We will be working on strengthening and stretching. We'll be working on improving our balance and improving our breathing. For this practice, you will need 2 chairs, one to sit on and one to use as a prop. So please go ahead and get those ready and we'll get started. Sit up toward the front edge of your chair so that you have a little bit of space behind you. Set your feet up in a particular spot. Try to align your ankles under your knees. Let the knees be about hip width apart so that you feel like you have a comfortable and stable foundation. Okay, once you have this foundation set up and you're up toward the front part of your chair, start to lengthen your spine. Right away, you might feel your abdominal muscles engaging as well as the muscles in your low back. And rest your hands on your legs. This is the starting position. Then inhale and extend your arms out toward the sides. Make your arms strong. When you exhale, bring your arms back down, hands rest on your legs. Keep going. Inhale, stretch your arms out. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms extend. You can still feel your abdominal strength. Exhale, down. Keep going. Do about 2, maybe 3 more. Keep your arms and upper back strong. And 1 more. When you're finished with that, take a little break. You can relax your abdominal muscles, move your spine around, wiggle a bit. Check that your feet are still in a good position with your ankles aligned under your knees. Then let us do a little bit of work for the hips. We'll continue to work on core strengthening throughout. So sit up tall. You may feel this engagement happening in your belly and in your back. Try to keep this engagement. And now we begin working on the hips. So bring your left knee out toward the side. It's okay if your foot rolls up onto the edge. And then when you exhale, bring the knee back to its starting place. Now the right side. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. You can go at your pace. Left side, slowly to the center. Right side, slowly to the center. You might notice with each repetition that the movement becomes easier, that your range of motion might increase. You might also feel a bit of stretching out in the outer hip or in the inner hip. Let's do about 1 more round. Make sure that you're still feeling this engagement of your abdominal muscles that is helping you to keep your torso lengthened and tall. All right, when you're done with that, give your legs a break, relax them, shake them out a little bit. Next, we're going to work on making all the joints in the lower body, the hips, the knees, the ankles, and even the feet. We want to make all of these a little bit more relaxed and comfortable. And to show you that, I'm going to turn to face toward the side, but you can stay right where you are. Continue sitting up toward the front edge of your chair. Your feet are still in the same position with your ankles under your knees, your feet about as wide as your hips are, so that you feel stable and comfortable in this position. From here, let us continue to work on strengthening in your abdominal muscles and in your back, which will help you to sit up tall. And now let's begin some movement. So with an inhale, slowly extend your left leg down on the floor. Reach the top of the foot down toward the floor. You may feel a little bit or a lot of stretching happening in your foot, ankle, and lower leg. When you exhale, slide this leg back in and set it up with that same alignment, ankle under the knee. Keep your core strength. Now let's work on the other side. So inhale, slowly extend the right. Bottom of the foot is reaching down, and then slowly with control, slide it back to this alignment of ankle under the knee. Okay, now we're gonna go at the pace of breathing. So inhale, the left slowly extends with control. Bottom of the foot is reaching down. Then slide the foot back in. Right side, inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Left side, inhale, exhale. Right side, inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. One more, make sure you're still strong and tall. Inhale, extend the left. Exhale, draw it back. Inhale, extend the right. Exhale, draw it back. Okay, take a break. Relax your abs and your back. If you want to hunch forward a little bit, that's totally fine. And you can shake your legs out a little bit. And then we're going to work with the feet and the ankle. So rather than keep your ankle under your knee, slide your feet back a little bit so that the ball of the foot is under the knee. And then sit up tall, activate your core strength, and then lift your left heel as high as it'll go while keeping the ball of the foot anchored down. And then slowly lower down. On the right side, same thing. Lift the heel up high, slowly with control, lower down. You can keep going at your pace and notice here what you feel. Is there any stretching happening in your foot, your toes, your ankle, your lower leg? This is great not only for the joints and helping them to have comfortable range of motion, it's also very good for circulation. Next time you finish the right side, let the heel stay down and you can walk your feet forward a little bit, and one more time, shake your legs out. Now let us get even a little bit more focused on strengthening. Strength is so important for helping us maintain our balance and also for reducing aches and pains throughout the body. So here's the next thing that we're working on. Set up your good foundation like you've been doing so far. Activate your abdominal muscles. And then it's going to look like you're not doing anything at all, but you are. What you'll do is maintaining the strength in your abs and in your back. Think about pressing the left foot more firmly down onto the floor and then relax. Right side, same thing. Press the foot down. You'll feel engagement of the muscles on this side and relax. Left side, activate, press the foot down, relax. Right side, press the foot down, relax. Keep going at your pace and see if you can identify which muscles are activating in your body. You might feel your glutes, the muscles in your bottom, the back of the leg, the front of the thigh, maybe also calves. Definitely you're feeling your core strength, your abdominal muscles, and probably the muscles in your back as well, low back, maybe even upper back. Next time you complete pressing the right foot down, take a break, step your feet out a little bit wider, and then lean forward and rest your forearms right on top of your knees or right on your thigh. And relax your abs, relax your back. It's okay if you're a little bit hunched or rounded in your spine. We're just relaxing and gently stretching out. All right, take a little break from this. Come on up. And then one more time, same thing. Lean forward, rest your forearms right above the knees. You might even start to feel a little bit of mild stretching happening in your low back. When you're ready, come on up. Let us continue to work on strengthening. So bring your feet a little bit narrower. Set up your good foundation of sitting. Engage your abdominal muscles. And this time, we're going to do another thing that looks like you're not doing anything at all, but you'll definitely be able to feel what's happening in your body. So from this position, if you haven't already, engage your abdominal muscles. Strengthen your legs a little bit. And then what we're going to do is imagine or pretend that we're going to lift one leg at a time, but we're going to make the action of lifting without actually lifting the leg up off the floor. That might sound like it's very easy, but actually it will provide a good amount of challenge. Let's try it. So double check, make sure your abdominal muscles are engaged. You can even put your hands on your belly if you'd like. And then think about, if I was going to lift my left leg, what muscles do I activate to do that? And then pretend that you're going to lift it, but don't actually lift it. And then fully set it down. Try the right side. Activate as if you're going to lift, but don't actually lift. And then set it fully down. Keep going. You can go at your pace. Pretend you're lifting the left. Lower. Pretend you're lifting the right. Lower. Continue going at your pace, and then you can start to pay attention to which muscles am I using here. Definitely, you're using your abdominal strength. You can probably feel the muscles in your low back. And then you might also feel the muscle in the front of the hip, the top of the thigh, and maybe a couple more, depending on how exactly you're doing this movement. Please remember to actually keep your feet on the floor. You're just activating as if you were going to lift it, and lower down. Take time to do one more round. And then when you're finished, take a break, relax your abdominal muscles. Now let's change gears, and rather than strengthening, let us work on stretching out and releasing tension from any muscles that are tight. So continue in your same sitting position. Double check, make sure your feet are in the right place. You've got a little bit of space between your feet and a little bit of space between your knees so that you feel very stable in this position. Then inhale, lengthen your spine up tall. Exhale, gently twist or turn to face toward the left. If it's accessible to you, you could even turn your face toward the back a little bit. Then inhale, twist again to face toward the center, face forward. And then exhale, twist toward the right. You can turn your face if it's comfortable. Inhale to the center. Keep going. Twist toward the left. Be very gentle. Make sure that this feels comfortable for you. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. Keep going at your pace. Make it a slow pace so that you can feel what exactly is happening in your muscles, and also so that you can make sure that this feels comfortable. Yes, we're stretching out, but it's not meant to be painful in any kind of way. I think you'll find that very gentle, comfortable kind of stretching can be really effective for releasing tension from your body. Next time you complete the right side, turn and face toward the front. Take a little break if you need to, maybe a little bit of front and back movement with your spine. And then sit up tall again, and let us focus on any tension you might have in your neck, shoulders, and upper back. Rest your hands down someplace, sit up tall. We've worked on a lot of strengthening already, so I suspect that you'll be comfortable sitting up tall and maintaining this tall position. Try to keep all of your body still from the bottom all the way up to your shoulders. And we're going to try to move just the neck, again, within a comfortable range. So everything is tall and still. And then when you inhale, lift your chin a bit. Start to tilt your face up. Exhale slowly. Tilt your chin down towards your collarbones. Keep going at your pace, remembering to try to keep still from the shoulders down. Only your neck is moving. Notice what you feel here. Is there tension in the front of the neck or in the back, or maybe even in your shoulders or upper back? After several repetitions, you might notice that your range of motion naturally can increase, or the movement becomes more comfortable. Double check every now and then that you're remaining still from the shoulders down. And then when you're ready, when you inhale, bring your head up to neutral and take another little break. Now let us work on any tension that you may have in your shoulders and upper back and maybe even in your chest. So start from the same sitting position, sit up tall, and again we're going to try to maintain this tall posture and be pretty still from the shoulders down. And we're going to work on an arm movement, and it's really important to figure out how much range of motion is the correct range for you. We want to make sure that we're staying within a comfortable and sustainable range. So begin by letting your arms hang down alongside your hips. Double check that you're sitting tall, and then inhale. Start to bring your arms forward and up. Remember, the shoulders are trying to stay still. See how much range feels appropriate for you right now in this moment. And then exhale, bring your arms forward and down. Again, inhale, bring your arms up. If you want to bring your arms a little wider, that's perfectly fine. You could also bend your elbows if you prefer. And then exhale, down. Inhale, the arms go forward and up, maybe a little bit wide. Exhale, down. Notice what you feel happening here in your body. Inhale. Exhale. Do you feel any stretching happening in your upper back, shoulders, or chest? Let us do 1 or 2 more rounds, and please make sure that you're moving in a way that is comfortable. We want to make sure that your body is comfortable and relaxed so that your muscles will be willing to stretch out a little bit. If we keep the muscles under too much strain, then they'll protest and they won't want to stretch out. So that's why we want to do everything in a very gentle and comfortable kind of way. Now let's work on stretching out in the legs. This next thing can be quite challenging. You're going to use your second chair. Go ahead and grab it. Place it so that it's facing toward you. Bring your left foot up onto the chair. And you might set this up so that just your foot is resting down, or you can bring it a little closer and let your leg be supported as well. When you do this, you might immediately realize, wow, this is really tight. There's a lot of stretching going on. If that's the case, it is perfectly fine to lean back onto your chair so that you reduce the intensity and stay within that zone where it feels gentle and comfortable so that your muscles are willing to cooperate and stretch out a little bit. On the other hand, when this starts to feel kind of manageable, kind of comfortable, you're ready for a little bit more intensity, you can start to work on sitting upright, which is going to give you a little more stretching in the back of your leg. All right, let's give this side a break. Go ahead and set it down, and then bring the right one up. Decide if you want your chair a little farther, a little closer. Decide if you want to sit upright or if you want to sit back. Breathe smoothly. Focus on relaxing anything that feels tight in the right leg. And then when you're ready, give this side a break. Let us repeat one more time. So bring the left up. Decide if you want to sit up or sit back. Stay for 2 smooth breaths. Try to breathe in and out through your nose if that works for you. Continue trying to relax the left leg as much as possible. After the 2 breaths, set this foot down, switch over to the right. Decide if you want to sit back or if you want to sit up, and stay, again, for 2 smooth breaths in and out through your nose if you can. Keep working on relaxing your muscles as much as you can. Whenever you're finished, set this foot down and then set up your good sitting position again. Your ankles are under your knees. You're sitting up tall and put your hands on your legs. We're going to work on a little bit of back bending and forward folding to further improve mobility in your spine. Here we go. Engage your abs a bit. And then when you inhale, lift your chest up. Keep looking in front of you. And then exhale, round your spine as if you're trying to touch the back of the chair with your back. Try to keep your shoulders down, tuck your chin down, and then inhale, engage your abs, lift your chest, continue looking straight in front of you. Exhale, again, round your spine, try to touch the back of the chair, drop your shoulders down, and you can drop your chin toward your chest. Keep going at your breathing pace. See what you feel here. Is there still tightness in any particular area, in your back or in the front of your torso? It can be really tricky to figure out when you're doing this movement how to keep the shoulders relaxed down. It's because without realizing it, so often we tense the shoulders up toward the ears. So check in every now and then, and when you're lifting your chest, make sure the shoulders are down. You've got some space between the ears and shoulders. And here's the trickier part. When you round, do your shoulders creep up toward your ears, or are you able to keep them down? All right, spend another 1 or 2 rounds here, 1 or 2 more breaths. Nice movement for your spine. And then next time you complete the rounding with the shoulders down, come back up to a neutral spine position. Double check that your feet are still in a good place. Lengthen yourself tall. And let us wrap up with some breathing practice. As you know, breathing is really important for lots of reasons. It helps to oxygenate all of your tissues, and also it helps to calm the nervous system. So sit up tall, relax your shoulders. Begin to focus again on inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Remember that the breathing should feel comfortable and gentle, just like all of the yoga postures. And if at any time you start to feel any strain or stress, it is a perfectly good idea to take a break, breathe however you like, and then you can rejoin the breathing practice. So currently you're working on long and smooth inhales and exhales through your nose. The next step is to start to observe what portion of your lungs you're using when you breathe. Typically, we breathe in the upper part of the lungs, especially when we're stressed. Sometimes we call that shallow breathing. Today, let us start to try to direct the breath farther down into the middle of the lungs, the lower part of the lungs. See if it's comfortable for you. Remember to take breaks at any time. And as you start to become comfortable with breathing down and using the full capacity of the lungs, you might even start to feel expansion happening. You can feel the lungs expand out toward the sides and perhaps even forward and toward the back. And with a little more practice, you may even experience the ribs expanding along with the lungs. Continue working on your smooth, comfortable breathing. Start to lengthen your exhales a little bit. And next time you complete an exhale, begin to breathe naturally. Take a moment to observe how you're feeling. How is your body? How does your breathing feel? How is your mind feeling? Hopefully you're feeling well and comfortable. If you have any questions about this practice or any comments about the practice, I would love to hear from you in the comments section below the video. If you enjoyed this practice, I encourage you to keep going. You can do this kind of gentle yoga every day. Just remember that if you feel tired or strained in any kind of way, you should take a break, rest, and then continue when you feel ready. Thank you again for being here, and I'll see you next time.